Hey guys, so BSG has come through for us with a huge update for Tarkov overnight. So they obviously can see the issues that people say are running rampant in the game right now with the recoil, and then also the stamina burn and whatnot, and then also the attraction that those things are getting. And so I will go through some of the changes just for those of you who haven't seen it yet on Twitter, or those of you that don't have Twitter, and then also so that people can voice their opinion on these changes down in the comment section. But first I will say that I'm actually pleasantly surprised at the fact that BSG is now tweeting and then being more open and transparent with our community. That was always something that I felt like they could have improved upon, was their transparency and communication to let us know of upcoming changes and whatnot. Initially when I saw the tweet, I actually thought that it was one of the troll BSG accounts like that Batter State Gaming, so I had to double check actually. So they have made the tweet that they made several balancing changes to Tarkov, and then they've reduced the recoil angle for all weapons, reduced the stamina penalty when hit by any type of ammo, as well as increased the weight limit while overweight in raid. They've also reduced the stamina consumption in various cases, and then decreased the energy and water consumption while in raid. And then they have greatly reduced the penalties for armored rigs and body armor. So I think that we can all say that these look like great changes, and then also a good start going forward. Reducing the recoil angle for all weapons is going to be huge, and as you guys know, Twitter has been on fire lately with the opinions upon recoil, and then also with the randomness or seeming randomness of the first couple bullets whenever you're firing full auto, as well as the visual recoil for things such as the shotguns. So any improvement to those will be huge. Also, there's been a ton of discussion lately, especially with Veritas's video regarding the stamina burn and penalty whenever you're hit by any type of ammo and then unable to get out of bad situations. So it is very nice to see that they have adjusted that, as well as the increased weight limit while overweight, because with the implementation of inertia, sometimes if you happen to say have a very good raid kill a 4-man, you're almost penalized for taking their gear. So with an increase in the weight limit, then at least you won't become a literal tortoise on your way outside of raid. So maybe that will make it viable for you to actually loot your kills when you do succeed in the game without having to utilize all of your stims. And then the reducing stamina consumption in various cases. So I have only tested a few things there. So I have gone from prone to standing, as well as jumping and running, and all of those things seem to have a similar stamina burn. Now going from a crouching position to standing, I have spammed that, and then that does seem to not burn your stamina into the ground like it did before. So that will be nice. And in terms of the water and energy consumption, I would always bring food with me anyway, so I haven't really tested that. So with the greatly reduced penalties for armored rigs and body armor, Logical Solutions has posted a tweet that says that almost every armor had an ergo and speed penalty change. So he's the guy that's behind TarkovChanges.com, and he also does some data mining to see what exactly has changed. I'm sure he will post another tweet later on to tell us exactly how much. But I feel like this is going to really help the game in terms of the movement and then the feel, because as I said earlier, the implementation of inertia has really made the PMCs feel clunky and boxy and not as fluid. And so the interesting thing with these changes is that when inertia was implemented, like I said, you were more clunky and boxy in terms of how your PMC felt, but the gunfights also lasted a fraction of the time. So maybe with this increased ergo and then also decreased penalty, then some of the gunfights will actually feel like gunfights instead of just feeling like the fight is over before you even start, or getting head eyes before you can even see where or whom you're being shot by. And then lastly, in case you guys didn't know, then Logical Solutions did post yesterday that all bosses have had a buff in their spawn rate. So now all of the bosses have gone from a 10% spawn to a 15% spawn. And then the goons have been buffed from 10 to 14% depending upon the map. And then the cultists have all gone to a 6% spawn rate. So any of you who are searching for the bosses or just enjoy hunting bosses, this is going to be completely huge for you. And it is fun to fight the bosses. And personally, I always like the spawn chance of 20%. I just find it adds an extra element to the raid, the fact that you may run into the bosses and then get to fight them, and even if their AI is broken, you kind of know that going into the fight. So maybe it is something that they will continue to alter as the wipe progresses. And lastly, there has been some recent changes to the stims. So at the beginning of wipe, Propital had its ability to remove pain taken away, although recently it has been given back. So now it does have the ability to remove the pain factor again, making it one of the most versatile and then cost effective and useful stims in the game. And with that, then Trimadol was also given the ability to remove pain as well, which will increase the usefulness and then the potential viability of this stim as well. So hopefully this update video was useful to you guys, and it did help to give you some information that you didn't already know. It is the first time I'm doing a video such as this, so I may look at doing more in the future. Thank you guys all so much for stopping by and watching the video, and have a fantastic rest of your day.